Hi, Steve Hayes here, and I just wanted to give a brief intro to what's going to happen in January 25, 26, when we do a 2 day online workshop on how to move forward beyond the era of the DSM. It's time to turn the corner and drive a dagger through the heart of that zombie we've been living under. Not because it helps clients, not because we like using it, but because systems of care have told us that we have to, and there's no other scientific alternative. Quite to the contrary. We will never be able to know how best to help individuals if we stay living inside this top-down normative categorical system. Now, we're not here to burn down the house. Of course, you'll still be filling out the forms in your systems of care and so on. Probably go on for many years. But if the practice base isn't ready to look at that science and see that there's a far more practical way forward right here, right now, in our hands, then we have nobody else to blame but ourselves for how slow this necessary and inevitable transition will be. So if you want to speed it up, let's speed it up together. And myself and Gijs Janssen, a major ACT trainer in the Netherlands and a close colleague, will be showing you how the tools that are now available will allow you to turn that corner. We're going to be talking about the essentials of process-based therapy, a process-based approach, and show that this is not a new form of therapy in the sense of the way we usually think of it, this kind of therapy versus that kind of therapy. It's a new vision for evidence-based therapy itself, in which everybody can come and play and be part of a kind of intellectual agora that allow us to communicate about the different models that we have and the things that we're doing, and to be able to share and care about what each other are learning about how best to empower our clients on their life journey. We're going to be looking at what processes of change are, how to assess them, how to turn them into a case conceptualization, and organize them in a way using the extended evolutionary meta model of process-based therapy, so that there's a kind of superordinate structure that will allow us to communicate and to focus and to learn together as a larger caring community. And this includes how to empower the therapeutic alliance, the therapeutic relationship. If we are going to abandon this one-size-fits-all, top-down normative categorical idea, then we really have to embrace the vision in which every voice matters. Each person deserves our full attention, and our relationship to them is the ground of the work that we do there. Processes of change fit perfectly inside that perspective. And good clinicians have been reading this all along. It's just they've had to swim upstream against the scientists who've been claiming that's not the way to do it. Instead, finally now, we have tools that are based on firm statistical assumptions that will help you see more about how our clients' lives are put together in a way that makes it hard for them to make progress, and how it can be changed to accelerate that progress. We'll be walking through, once you target processes of change and you know what you're going for, and you've collected that high density data and you've looked at them in these new analytic ways, there's no reason to be hanging on to huge, one-size-fits-all 400-page protocols. We're going to need to underline the art of therapy and link it to the science of providing what's needed. What are the kernels? What are the elements that are most needed? And adding to your own clinical toolkit kernels that may be not exactly inside your tradition, but are targeting the processes that you care about inside your tradition. Nobody has to check their mind at the door. You don't have to get a new tattoo or tithe to founders. What you need to do is to begin to look through a process-based lens at the lives of those you serve, putting those processes into networks so that they can fit together as a system, and to be able to understand how these systems have been evolving in a direction that's not helpful and how they can be changed to evolve in a direction that's more helpful. So what's different about other things that are out there? What's different is we're finally getting the full structure put together to make this vision real. And if you've been following the PBT work, if you've been following my work, or Heist's work, you know that we've been evolving in this direction. The way that Heist says it is we need to learn to play three-dimensional chess instead of two-dimensional chess in this game of being useful to human beings who are suffering and finding ways to help lift up and empower more meaningful, more joyful, more vital lives. So if that's of interest to you, we hope you'll be there. If you purchase a 1-year subscription to PsychFlex with MindGrapher, you will get this 2-day workshop for a cost of $0 for free. If you can't make it on the 25th or 26th, it's okay. It'll be online. You can look at it later. And I can pretty much promise you from the deepest parts of my heart that we are going to do everything in our power over the next year to make you never regret this decision. So I hope it's an exciting offer and one that you can't refuse. And you have just this week, that's it, to enroll for this workshop and to receive as a free benefit a 1 year's subscription to PsychFlex/MindGrapher, the combo app. Hope to see you there. Peace, love, and life, my friends.